As the soft dawn light brushes across the golden rooftops of Jerusalem, a new chapter of an ancient story unfolds. Israel, a land of history, holiness, and wonders, invites us to step into a journey through time. Where stones have witnessed thousands of years of prayers, you can feel a sacred breath touching your soul. The old city of Jerusalem is not just a destination, it's where memories and faith converge. Standing alone in the Judean Desert, Masada echoes a story of courage and unyielding hope. It is more than a ruin. It is a symbol of enduring resilience. Standing alone in the Judean Desert, Masada echoes a story of courage and unyielding hope. It is more than a ruin. It is a symbol of enduring resilience. From ancient to modern, Israel transforms impressively through Tel Aviv, a city of blue seas, youthful energy, and unstoppable motion. A different Israel, vibrant and full of surprises. In the green valleys of Galilee, where the footsteps of divinity once touched the earth, flowers bloom like whispers of the heavens. The beauty here is not loud, but gentle, profound, and sacred. Covering nearly half of Israel's land, the Negev is a crossroads of harsh nature and captivating wilderness. Rugged mountains, arid valleys, and endless sands paint a majestic picture found nowhere else. As the sun rises, golden light scorches the horizon, gently awakening the Negev Desert. Everything seems still, yet every tiny movement holds the breath of life and the pulse of time. Hidden in the searing heat, animals like mountain ibex, desert foxes, and birds of prey thrive. This is a silent kingdom where adaptation is the language of survival. Maktesh Ramon isn't a crater from an eruption, but the world's largest erosion cirque, shaped over millions of years. From above, it looks like a cosmic fingerprint etched into Earth. Amidst the harsh land, the Bedouin people continue their nomadic traditions, bound to camels, campfires, and warm hospitality. The Negev is their home, ancient, humble, and full of soul. The Negev isn't just rocks and sand. It hides lush oases where water drips from crevices to form life. It's a miracle within a land that seems desolate at first glance. Though dry and remote, the Negev is a hub for green innovation. Vast solar farms here symbolize the harmony between human progress and nature in the modern age. As sunset descends, the desert transforms from gold to orange to deep violet, fading into night. A gentle ending, like a whisper from the sands to those who choose to listen. Amidst the peaceful Jezreel Valley, the ruins of Megiddo rise like an open history book. Layer upon layer of ancient remains tell a story of over 6,000 years of continuous settlement. With salinity nearly 10 times that of the ocean, the Dead Sea lets your body float effortlessly. It's where gravity steps back and nature takes over in a miraculous way. The mineral-rich black mud of the Dead Sea has long been known for its healing and rejuvenating powers. Visitors come not just to witness, but to feel its ancient, restorative energy. As water evaporates under the blazing sun, salt crystals form surreal patterns along the rocks and shoreline, like scenes from an alien planet. Behind its strange beauty, the Dead Sea is slowly shrinking due to climate change and water diversion. Sinkholes and cracks are nature's quiet cry for balance. The Dead Sea is not only a natural wonder, but also a place deeply rooted in biblical history. Every grain of sand here seems to carry memories from millennia past. Today, the Dead Sea's shores are a haven for those seeking rest and natural healing. Clean air, minerals, and silence combine into nature's own therapy. As the sun dips below the desert horizon, the Dead Sea glows in shades of orange, violet, and gold. That moment isn't just beautiful, it's a final whisper from a silent world. At more than 430 meters below sea level, the Dead Sea is the lowest point on Earth's surface. It's not just a geographic wonder, it's a symbol of mystery, stillness, and timelessness. From the Canaanites to ancient Israel, this was once a center of power, war, and worship. Megiddo is not just a location, it's a living testament to the rise and fall of civilizations. These towering stone walls still stand, telling tales of a once impenetrable stronghold. Megiddo was a strategic military site where ancient armies clashed over the region's most vital trade route. Beneath each stone lie the footsteps of warriors, kings, and dreams that never came true. The Gate of Megiddo is one of the best preserved military structures of the ancient world. Its triple-chamber design, flanked by watchtowers, reflects an advanced understanding of defense strategy. Every person who passed through here carried fear, hope, or power. A small structure with the weight of an entire era. Few would guess that beneath Megiddo lies a 30-meter deep water system carved entirely by hand over 2,800 years ago. During sieges, this hidden spring meant survival for the whole city. It's a structure that showcases the incredible intelligence and endurance of the ancient world. At the heart of the ancient city stands a round stone altar where solemn rituals were once performed to seek favor from the gods. The surrounding steps still bear the marks of priests and worshippers. This space was once filled with incense, chants, and an overwhelming sense of the sacred. The name Megiddo gave birth to the term Armageddon, the prophesied site of humanity's final battle between good and evil. Standing here, it's impossible not to shiver, imagining the biblical destiny said to unfold in this very place. A site carrying history, faith, and mankind's deepest fears. From the hilltop of Megiddo, the Jezreel Valley stretches endlessly. This was once the battlefield of ancient empires, Egypt, Assyria, Israel. A panoramic view across time, where echoes of war and glory still whisper in the wind. Today, Megiddo is a living open-air museum. Each stone, each stair is a chapter waiting to be read. Visitors come not just to explore, but to feel the breath of time, to listen as the voices of the past still echo through the wind. In the heart of the Negev Desert, Timna Park rises like a fairy tale of stone. With red mountains, endless valleys, and surreal rock formations, it's a living canvas shaped by time and wind. Every step through Timna is a journey across millions of years of geological history. The towering Solomon's Pillars are natural sculptures shaped by wind and rain over thousands of years. Though not built by man, they stand like an ancient temple, silently guarding the desert with timeless majesty. Timna holds the world's oldest known copper mines worked by ancient Egyptians. Remains of furnaces, tools, and hieroglyphs carved into rock tell a story of labor, power, and ambition from long-lost eras. Amid the arid landscape, an artificial lake shimmers like a blue gem among red rocks. Timna Lake not only softens the desert sun, but reflects the breathtaking scenery around it, a natural mirror in the wild. One of Timna's most iconic sights is the Mushroom Rock, shaped slowly by erosion over thousands of years. Without human touch, nature has sculpted a masterpiece in pure silence and time. On Timna's canyon walls, you'll discover ancient Egyptian rock carvings depicting chariots, deities, and desert life. This is a place where history isn't written in ink, but etched in stone and belief. Timna is not just an open-air museum, it's a paradise for trekkers and cyclists. Trails wind through sandstone canyons, bringing you face to face with the raw rhythm of the natural world. As the sun sets, Timna ignites in hues of red, orange, and violet. The cliffs seem to catch fire in the day's final light, creating a magical moment where nature and the cosmos become one. A perfect ending to a desert journey. Akko, or Acre, is one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. From the Phoenicians and Romans to the Crusaders and Ottomans, every civilization left its mark here. This isn't just a city, it's where empires once met, clashed, and shaped history. Beneath Akko lies the legendary Crusader Fortress, a stone maze of great halls, secret tunnels, and ancient prisons. Walking here is like stepping into a living medieval world, hidden beneath the modern city. Akko's sea walls stretch into the Mediterranean, standing strong for centuries against wind and waves. From here, you can watch the glowing sunset and hear the waves whisper stories of ancient battles. Step into Akko's old market, and you'll be enchanted by the scent of spices, the calls of vendors, and the vibrant colors of fabrics and crafts. This is more than commerce. It's the heartbeat of a centuries-old port city. Hammam al-Basha, the Turkish bath, built during the Ottoman era, was a place of rest, gathering, and storytelling. Its painted walls, domed ceilings, and echoing voices bring you back in time with every step. In Akko, you'll find churches, mosques, and synagogues just steps apart. Religion here doesn't divide, it coexists, reflecting centuries of diversity, coexistence, and mutual respect. Akko's ancient port was once a vital hub for Mediterranean trade. Today, sailboats still rest under the sunset light, as if time never moved on and the spirit of the sea still lingers. Though stepping into the 21st century, Akko remains timeless in its stones, arches, and alleys. It's a city where the past isn't forgotten. It lives alongside the present, every day, in every breath and glance. Jerusalem, where every stone and every street holds thousands of years of history. As the heart of three major religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, this city is more than a place. It's a sacred symbol of faith, conflict, and reconciliation. Walking through the old city, you enter a living past. Ancient stone walls, narrow alleys, and prayers echoing from all sides. Here, time doesn't pass. It pauses, letting you feel the sacred in every breath. At the Western Wall, Jews come to pray, weep, and place written prayers in the cracks. This isn't just a ruin, it's the spiritual heart of a people, where memory and faith become one. Along the Via Dolorosa lies the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, where Jesus was crucified, buried, and resurrected according to Christian belief. The air here is hushed and sacred, as if touching the soul of faith itself. On the Temple Mount, the golden dome of the rock glows under the sun, the third holiest site in Islam. It is believed to be where the Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven, linking earth and the divine. Within ancient walls lies a bustling bazaar, where the smell of baked bread, spices, and cheerful chatter fill the air. This is Jerusalem in motion, where history and daily life blend seamlessly. From the Mount of Olives, you can see all of Jerusalem, golden domes, holy shrines, and ancient walls. It's the city's most breathtaking sunset view, where history and spirit unfold before your eyes. Today, Jerusalem remains a place where people come to pray, to seek peace, and to find dialogue. Though the world changes, this city holds the sacred flame, reminding us that hope and faith are eternal. Seen from afar, Mount Tabor rises like a green crown above the vast Galilee plain. Nearly 600 meters tall, the mountain seems to emerge from the earth to tell an ancient story. More than a landmark, Tabor is a place where spirit and nature intertwine. According to Christian tradition, it was atop Mount Tabor where Jesus was transfigured before his 3 closest disciples. A divine light enveloped him, revealing the glory of God. Since that moment, the mountain has become a sacred pilgrimage site, a place where faith is awakened not through words, but through the presence of the divine. At the summit stands the Church of the Transfiguration, built to honor that sacred moment. Its light-colored stone, high arches, and natural light filtering through create a space of otherworldly calm. Pilgrims come here to pray, to reflect, and to rediscover stillness within, surrounded by light and silence. The path up Mount Tabor is both a physical and spiritual journey. It winds through ancient pine forests, accompanied by birdsong and whispering winds. Each step brings you closer to something sacred, as if climbing not just a mountain, but ascending toward the very summit of faith and inner clarity. From Tabor's summit, the Jezreel Valley unfolds like an endless painting. Once a battlefield of history, it now stretches in peaceful silence. You don't just see the land, you feel the humility of humanity beneath the vastness of the sky. It's a moment for stillness, for gratitude, and for realizing that peace is life's most sacred gift. Tabor is not only a religious symbol, it's also a gentle symphony of nature. Sunlight glistens through the trees, butterflies float silently, and the scent of pine drifts in the breeze. Standing in this space, you need no words for prayer, because the life around you is already a sacred hymn. To the Jewish people, Mount Tabor is tied to the biblical victory of the prophetess Deborah over the Canaanite army. It is a place not just of faith, but of courage, strategy, and leadership, embodied by one extraordinary woman in the scriptures. Today, Mount Tabor remains a haven of silence and sacredness. Whether you're a pilgrim, a traveler, or a soul seeker, everyone arrives with something and leaves lighter. A mountain, a symbol, a place to begin again, in stillness and in light. From every angle of Jerusalem's old city, the golden dome of the Rock draws your eye. It's more than architecture, it's the sacred heart of the city, holding thousands of years of faith and legend. That dome isn't just gold, it's the glow of history and belief. According to Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, this is where Abraham prepared to sacrifice his son, a shared origin of 3 great faiths. The Dome of the Rock is not only sacred ground, but a reminder that all belief begins with trust and trial. Inside the dome lies the sacred rock where the Prophet Muhammad is believed to have ascended to heaven during his miraculous night journey. For millions of Muslims, this is the bridge between earth and paradise, where one man touched the divine through absolute faith. Built in 691 AD, the Dome of the Rock is one of the earliest Islamic structures in the world. Its octagonal layout, golden dome, blue tilework, and Quranic calligraphy make it a timeless masterpiece, a fusion of art, devotion, and design. Each blue tile and Arabic inscription is a prayer turned into art. When sunlight strikes the walls, the building glows like a message from the heavens. This is not just a shrine, it's a poem written in ceramic, light, and soul. At the center lies a sacred rock, touching the heart of three religions. Here dwell the mysteries of Abraham, an ancient temple, and a prophet's ascent. Every visitor feels something beyond words, as if the stone speaks in the language of eternity. Inside the Dome of the Rock, silence reigns. Stone columns, high arches, and soft echoes make time feel still. You don't need to speak. Just stand, breathe, and let your heart listen to the sacredness around you. Though it stands in a divided Jerusalem, the Dome of the Rock shines as a symbol of faith and hope. It reminds us that despite our differences, we can still turn toward the sacred through light, reverence, and the longing for peace. The Arbel Cliff rises like a giant stone wall, overlooking the calm waters of the Sea of Galilee. From over 400 meters high, you feel suspended between nature and sky, where earth and heavens meet in a moment of majesty and infinity. From the summit of Arbel, the Galilee unfolds like a living painting. Valleys, fields, waters, and hills stretching far beyond. Morning light streams through clouds, creating a dreamlike vision in this sacred land. Carved into the cliffs are ancient caves once used by Jewish rebels resisting Roman forces in the 1st century. Wooden ladders, hidden paths, and hand-carved walls still whisper stories of bravery and the timeless cry for freedom. The trail to the Arbel summit winds through sparse forest, rugged stone, and crisp mountain air. Each step is a discovery, not just of the land, but of the strength and quiet that lies within the traveler's soul. Atop Arbel, the wind roars and birds glide effortlessly along the cliff's edge. The space around you feels endless, evoking both freedom and humility in the face of a vast, breathtaking universe. The Arbel Cliff is more than a scenic view. It holds meaning in biblical tradition. According to legend, Jesus once prayed here alone, gazing upon the Sea of Galilee, where he later taught and performed miracles. As the sun sets behind the Golan Heights, Arbel's cliffs turn golden. The sky glows orange and purple, creating a sacred stillness. In this moment, time seems to pause, leaving only you and the whisper of nature. Today, Arbel is not only for hikers and nature lovers, it's a place to reconnect with history and spirit. Whether you climb, meditate, or simply stand still, you leave with one feeling. You've stepped into a land with a soul. The Golan Heights stretch across northern Israel like a wild, ancient tapestry. Rolling hills, volcanic black rock, and wide-open skies give this land its rugged beauty. More than a borderland, Golan has a soul, where every gust of wind carries the echoes of history. From waterfalls hidden in deep canyons to wide meadows atop high ridges, the Golan Heights offer a symphony of natural beauty. In spring, wildflowers bloom across the landscape, drawing travelers and photographers in search of wonder. At the northern edge of Golan, Mount Hermon rises over 2,800 meters, crowned in snow during winter. It is Israel's highest peak, a symbol of eternity and purity. Gamla, often called the Masada of the North, is an ancient site perched on a dramatic cliff. Once a Jewish stronghold against the Romans, it bears the scars of resistance. Below lies Israel's highest waterfall, surrounded by eagles and basalt rock. Scattered across the plateau are Druze villages, a minority community living in harmony with nature. They preserve centuries-old traditions, white robes, herbal teas, and stories passed around the fire. To visit Golan is to find simplicity, honesty, and the beauty of life's quiet rhythms. Golan was once a tense front in many conflicts, especially during the 1967 Six-Day War. Today, abandoned bunkers, rusted tanks, and lookout posts remain as living reminders of the cost of peace and the importance of remembering. Who would have guessed that a land once scarred by war would now produce world-renowned wine? The vineyards of Golan are a testament to rebirth. From volcanic soil and human effort, we taste the fruit of peace and prosperity. Today, the Golan Heights is a stunning intersection of raw nature, powerful history, and future hope. Though it lies at a border, it opens vast inner horizons of peace, connection, and quiet healing for the human spirit. From afar, the Bahai Gardens appear as a lush green carpet cascading down Mount Carmel. With 19 perfectly tiered terraces, this is more than a landscape. It's a symbol of spirituality, where nature and faith are woven into one. Every path, fountain, and flower bed in the Bahai Gardens is placed in perfect symmetry. This reflects Baha'i philosophy, balance between humanity and the universe, between order and beauty. Walking here feels like entering a silent symphony of peace. At the heart of the gardens lies the shrine of the Bab, its golden dome shining amid lush greenery. It houses the remains of the prophet who paved the way for the Baha'i faith. Silence, birdsong, and sunlight invite you to feel the sacred, not through words, but through presence. Each terrace represents a spiritual step, from the material world toward inner illumination. As you ascend, you rise not only through space, but also through spirit. It's a pilgrimage through flowers, symmetry, and silence. The Baha'i faith celebrates the unity of humanity, beyond race, religion, or nation. The Bahai Gardens embody this vision, a place open to all people of any faith seeking peace together. From the top, the view stretches from the shrine of the Bab to the Mediterranean Sea. Haifa lies below, the gardens bloom around you, and the ocean sparkles beyond. In that moment, everything feels united: nature, spirit, and humanity. The Bahai Gardens change with the seasons: spring blossoms, golden summer light, autumn hues, and crisp winter air. But peace remains constant. Beauty here is not about appearance alone, but the steady rhythm of spirit beneath it all. Today, the Bahai Gardens welcome hundreds of thousands of visitors each year from every background and belief. Each person comes with questions and often leaves with quiet in their heart. One garden for the world where every soul belongs. The Sea of Galilee isn't a sea, but Israel's largest freshwater lake, nestled among green hills and the Jordan Valley. Its clear waters, open skies, and gentle breeze make it a mirror of both nature's peace and the soul's stillness. The Sea of Galilee holds sacred weight in Christian tradition. Here, Jesus walked on water, multiplied bread and fish, and taught crowds along the shore. This is more than a landmark. It's a landscape of miracles. At sunrise, the lake glows gold beneath the first light of day. Small boats drift gently, and the silence is so pure you can hear birds singing and water lapping. A morning here invites you to slow down and listen to life. Capernaum, the ancient town by the lake, was where Jesus lived and taught for many years. Its basalt ruins, synagogue remains, and fishermen's homes whisper stories of a sacred time that still echoes today. Today, fishermen still set out at dawn, families grow palms and make honey, and life flows simply by the lake. Galilee is not only the site of legend, it's home to people deeply connected to the land and sky. A boat ride on the Sea of Galilee is a journey into stillness. As the vessel glides across blue waters, worries drift away, leaving only the wind, your breath, and your inner self. The lake area shelters hundreds of migratory bird species, especially in spring and autumn. At sunset, flocks fly low across the water, painting a poetic scene, a natural symphony between earth and sky. Perched atop a towering cliff in the Judean Desert, Masada rises like a mighty island in a sea of sand and sky. Built in the 1st century BCE, this is more than a fortress. It's a symbol of courage and unbreakable will. Masada was once a grand fortress palace built by King Herod the Great, with Roman-style bathhouses, massive rainwater cisterns, and towering walls. In the heart of the desert, it stands as proof of genius engineering and vision beyond its time. After rebelling against Rome, nearly 1,000 Jewish men, women, and children sought refuge at Masada. Surrounded and hopeless, they chose death over slavery, holding on to freedom until their very last breath. The stones of Masada remain, silent yet alive, telling their story through wind, sunlight, and the footsteps of visitors. Its history wasn't written in books, but in faith, blood, and the enduring hope of a people. Today, visitors reach Masada by cable car or by hiking the steep snake path. Each step to the summit brings you closer to the indomitable spirit of those who came before, as if you're climbing into history, heart first. Sunrise at Masada is unforgettable. As the sun rises over the Dead Sea, the fortress glows in golden light. In that moment, a place once marked by death transforms into a symbol of renewal and rising again. Masada is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a sacred emblem in the heart of Israel. Israeli soldiers once swore their oath here, declaring, "Masada shall never fall again." Today, Masada welcomes visitors from around the world, not just for the view, but for the spirit it holds. It is not just an ancient ruin, but a beacon of human will, rising defiantly above despair. Ramon Crater is the world's largest erosion crater of its kind, a maktesh found only in the Negev and Sinai. Spanning 40 kilometers long and 10 wide, it's a giant scar carved by time and wind. Standing here, you feel humbled by nature's scale. Ramon's surface glows in reds, yellows, blacks, and purples, like an alien planet. Exposed rock layers, hundreds of millions of years old, reveal Earth's ancient transformations. It's no wonder people call it Israel's Mars. Ramon wasn't formed by volcanoes, but by millions of years of erosion, as wind and water slowly carved the stone. It's a story told in silence, shaped by the unstoppable force of time itself. Inside the crater lie volcanic rocks, ancient coral fossils, and rare minerals like black quartz. Ramon is a living geology book, where you walk through Earth's past with every step you take. At night, Ramon becomes one of Israel's best stargazing spots. With no city lights or traffic, only the desert wind and a sky full of stars remain. Here, silence returns, and so does your connection to the universe. Despite its harshness, Ramon is home to ibexes, desert foxes, porcupines, and tiny lizards. Every quiet movement is a reminder that life always finds a way, even in the driest corners of the Earth. Perched on the crater's edge is Mitzpe Ramon, a small town in harmony with nature. From hotel balconies, you can watch the sunrise over the vast crater, a moment so breathtaking it silences even the busiest mind. Ramon isn't loud or flashy, but it offers something rare in today's world: pure stillness. Many come not to explore, but to pause, to breathe, and to finally hear the voice within. The Western Wall is all that remains of the Second Temple, the holiest site in Judaism. Each stone is soaked with prayers, tears, and the enduring faith of millions across centuries. It is not just a wall, it's the living heart of a people. Built over 2,000 years ago, the Western Wall has witnessed wars, exiles, returns, and hope. Every worn groove in the stone holds a silent memory, a story of survival carved by time. Pilgrims often slip handwritten prayers into the cracks of the wall. These tiny notes, fragile yet sacred, speak for countless hearts, searching for healing, for faith, or simply for hope. No words are needed. Just standing before the wall brings a deep stillness. The only sounds, soft footsteps, quiet weeping, and whispered prayers. It's where people return to themselves. The Western Wall stands at the edge of the Temple Mount, a meeting point of earthly and divine. Whether Jewish, Christian, or Muslim, those who visit often feel the same truth. This is a place that touches the soul. The wall is divided into men's and women's sections, a reflection of Jewish tradition. Yet at this very divide, people kneel together, pray together. The Messiah has not come, but the hope for unity is already here. As sunset falls, the Western Wall glows in golden light, like a flame flickering forever in ancient Jerusalem. Despite war, division, and time, that light continues to shine into the hearts of those who still believe. Today, the Western Wall is not only for Jews, but for anyone who needs a moment of stillness. It's a place where souls from around the world meet, not through language, but through feeling, faith, and silence. The Judean Desert is unlike anywhere else, a world of stone, sunlight, and endless silence. Stretching from Jerusalem to the Dead Sea, this land feels untouched by time, barren, raw, and deeply sacred. For thousands of years, hermits, prophets, and pilgrims have come to the Judean Desert seeking silence, not just of nature, but of the soul. Here, people leave behind the noise of the world to hear the voice within. Wadi Kelt, a breathtaking canyon in the desert, was once home to hermits living in caves beside a trickling stream. The sound of water, birdsong, and wind feels like ancient music echoing from the days of Scripture. Clinging to the cliffs, the St. George Monastery defies gravity itself. Built in the 5th century, It stands as a testament to unwavering faith, where humans live in harmony with stone, sky, and silence. Traveling from Jerusalem to the Dead Sea, the desert stretches like a golden ocean. The blazing sun, trembling horizon, and vast emptiness turn every step into a meditation. In the dry cliffs of Qumran, archaeologists discovered the Dead Sea Scrolls, the oldest known copies of the Hebrew Bible. These caves are portals to the past, revealing treasures of faith and knowledge buried for millennia. Though it seems barren, the Judean Desert hides life: ibex herds, wild herbs, and spring-fed streams. Each form of life is a lesson in resilience and adaptation, nature's quiet wisdom for us all. Each form of life is a lesson in resilience and adaptation, nature's quiet wisdom for us all. Today, the Judean Desert remains untouched, as if time itself forgot it. No tall buildings, no car horns, only wind, rock, and sky. This is not a place to arrive, but a place to pause and listen to what's deepest within you. Yad Vashem is not just a museum, it's a garden of memory. Amid the quiet pine hills of Jerusalem, it honors over 6 million Jews murdered in the Holocaust, a place where human suffering is preserved with dignity and silence. Walking inside means stepping into the dark heart of the 20th century. Photographs, testimonies, and artifacts line the halls, guiding you into the depths of despair and somehow rekindling the conscience of humanity. The Children's Memorial, lit only by candlelight and echoing names, is where no visitor leaves dry-eyed. Over 1.5 million children were murdered, and each whispered name calls out for the innocents lost forever. Worn shoes, torn clothes, stacked suitcases, lifeless objects that once held entire lives. They make no sound, yet speak for millions who once walked, once hoped, and vanished without a farewell. Yad Vashem honors the righteous among the nations, non-Jews who risked their lives to save others. In the darkest of times, they were rare lights, reminders that compassion never disappears. Yad Vashem is not loud. It doesn't need music. Silence is its strongest sound. Every footstep on stone echoes like a whisper from the past. Visitors come not just to see, but to feel. In Yad Vashem's gardens, trees grow in memory of each righteous soul. Though the past is steeped in blood and tears, these trees rise, a promise that life, justice, and memory will never fade. Yad Vashem is not only a place for tears, it's a place to learn, to remember, and to promise that history will not repeat itself. Memory lives here, not to preserve pain, but to ignite humanity's better future. We walked through burning deserts, touched sacred stones, and stood in silence at the wall of memory. Israel is not just a destination, it's an emotional journey, and though the trip may end, the feelings remain. Behind every step, there's a story. Behind every landscape, a soul. Behind every moment, something to remember. Traveling through Israel leaves us not just with photos, but with a deeper understanding of people, history, and ourselves. Some beauty can't be captured with a camera, only felt with the heart. The sunrise over Masada, the whispers by the Dead Sea, the silence in Qumran's caves. These are the wonders that make Israel truly magical. Israel is not just a country, it's a crossroads of history, faith, culture, and nature. Every place, every person, every stone has its own story, and together they form a mosaic you'll never forget. We leave Israel, but Israel doesn't leave us. It remains in our gaze when we see the world differently, in our silence when we seek ourselves, and in our hearts when we speak of what is sacred. Until we meet again on the next journey.